Hi guys, happy Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Success is the New Sexy. I'm your host, Shivanet Mendoza, also known as Bella the Beauty Boss, and I'm here with my co-host tonight, the Rising Sun.
Mm-hmm.
You were missed last week. Let me just say that, okay?
Yeah.
Don't feel too special. I'm just saying. All right. Last week we touched on a new topic. I had a guest Haley here with me,
Yeah.
so you missed a lot. I hope you tuned in. I don't know why it keeps doing that, but it's doing it. Guys, you know I usually start the show with my bathroom voice. I must sing my special song,
Yeah.
Daydream, by my favorite girl, Lily Miola.
Let's get it rolling.
Yes, sir. When we were kids in the backyard, playing astronauts and rock stars. No one told us to stop it. Call us unrealistic. Now suddenly you're 18. Go to college for your plan B. What you want is too risky. Live for weekends of whiskey. We all got these big ideas. One day they're replaced with fears. How did we get here? Darling, don't quit your daydream. It's your life that you're making. It ain't big enough if it doesn't scare the hell out of you. If it makes you nervous, it's probably worth it. Why save it for sleep when you could be living your daydream? 31 and waiting tables. She got a voice of an angel, out of money and power. She only sings in the shower. All these things we say we'll get to, shut them by the reasons not to. Darling, don't quit your daydream. It's your life that you're making. It ain't big enough if it doesn't scare the hell out of you. If it makes you nervous, it's probably worth it. Why save it for sleep when you could be living your daydream? So scared of failure that we failed to try. Turn it around before the finish line. Gotta fall for a minute before you can fly. So daydream, it's your life that you're making. It ain't big enough if it doesn't scare the hell out of you. If it makes you nervous, it's probably worth it.
Watching,
I save it for sleep when you could be living your daydream. I save it for sleep when you should be living your daydream. Guys, that's my girl Lily Miola with my favorite song, Daydream. For those of you who's just tuning in, we are live every Wednesday on Love Bay Radio, and this is Success is the New Sexy. I'm your host, Shivanet Mendoza, also known as Bella the Beauty Boss, and I'm here with my co-host tonight, the Rising Sun. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday.
next week. A new week, I should say.
A new week. It's it's the end of the month already. This is the first month in the year, and it just went by so quick. It's unbelievable. It's like time is just moving faster than we are moving ourselves. That's why it's important that we have this topic tonight, the 7 habits of highly effective people when it comes to business. That's going to be the topic we'll be touching on tonight. 7 habits of highly effective people. Yes, and how you apply in business.
Okay.
Because like I just said, time is moving so quick. The train is waiting on no one. And I know everybody probably had sat down on bad habits December 31st and wrote on their vision board or wrote down, oh, this is what I want to accomplish for 2024,
Really.
for the new year. But it doesn't take a new year to come
As
for
I
you
said,
to,
new year, new mids.
right? But it doesn't take a new year to come for you to put things in place in your life.
Yeah.
You know, every month I set a goal.
I think it's just a reminder.
That you messing up and you should focus in life. I don't, let me turn my chair a little bit because I feel like I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
So, and not really to the camera. My whole thing when it comes to people and they setting themselves up with, okay, oh, I'm goal oriented. Every year I set a new goal, or you know what, let me set a goal this year. And then 1 month into that goal, the dream is over. Why?
Not being consistent.
And having some bad habits
Bad habits.
you know, at the end of the day, if it is you apply yourself properly, you could efficiently and effectively have great accomplishments. My Wednesdays, like every day of the week, I have something to do.
Yeah.
So on my Wednesdays now, it's like half a day for my son. So I had to reapply myself efficiently and effectively to make it work for me.
Yeah.
So now I'm starting my days earlier on a Wednesday because now when it comes to being a mother, I gotta shut my time down because I have to give him the time that's needed and to help him grow into what it is he's trying to accomplish. Because from the time my kids reach 10, I start setting their goals for them and making them know if you dream it, you will it, you want it, you could achieve it. So it's very important when you have habits and the type of habits that you have. It could be good habits, it could be bad habits. You know, where are these habits going to take you in life?
Yeah.
Think about it.
So what are the 7 habits?
So one of it is being proactive.
Proactive.
You understand? Similar to sometimes consistency. You understand? Like you said, a lack of consistency sometimes makes people not achieve what they want to achieve.
Yeah.
But I'm a very proactive person.
Okay.
If you tell me run, and I know I'm not going to run off a cliff, I'm going to run to that finish line. You know, you got to be proactive. You have to have great initiative. You have to be, show great responsibility. The choices you make, and again, I said accountability. If you're not accountable for yourself, it's hard because then you're going to want to pass blame on people for everything when you're the one that's slacking off this year. When you're the one that's slacking off on what's happening around you.
Okay.
You know, you're in charge of everything that happens around you.
Okay.
Always remember that. You're the person in charge. You're the one that has the dream. So therefore, you're the one in charge. If you're setting goals, who you want to achieve the goals for you? Me? I can't achieve my goals and your goals. Think about it for a second.
Yeah, you gotta do what you have to do.
You have to do what you have to do, what's best for you.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes God places people in your life that, you know, is there to help you achieve your goals. You know, not you help them. So you gotta be able to identify when it comes to things like that. You know, don't blame people for your mistakes. All the mistakes with accountability, it lies on you. So what do you think, when it comes to people with bad habits, how you think they could efficiently fix that?
Change. I believe a person with bad habits have to kind of identify the bad habit.
And that's what they say, accountability, basically. You know, you got to be accountable for what it is that's happening around you.
And once you identify it, then you have to willingly want to make change. Because sometimes we don't want to make change. Sometimes we know we have a bad habit. You know, it's like for me and, smoking. Yeah, we smoke. And, respect to everybody when burn the marijuana and thing, but it's a bad habit. Because smoking really, technically, is not really good for your lungs.
So they say.
So, so they say.
Did you do your own research? Are you a scientist? How you know?
We know because medically,
Because somebody said so to you. And that's what happens in society. People don't like to read. So because I say I'm wearing blue today,
yeah.
you're gonna take that with a grain of salt.
Well, do the
understand?
research.
Looking at me and seeing that I'm wearing
Smoke
gray.
inhaling into the lungs, anything like smoke and anything that way into is not good for the lungs. The lungs really supposed to have clear oxygen, and but at the same time, the marijuana and the effects of the marijuana is good for people,
But
right?
everything
So we
that's
know that.
good has a bad.
So,
Everything
yeah.
that's bad has a good.
So it could be a bad habit, but even though we know it's a bad habit, we really want to stop it.
Do you read
Not
fine
really stop
prints?
it.
Do you read fine prints? Like when you watch television
Yeah.
and they advertise medication, you listen to the
Yeah.
man or the woman that speaks and real quick.
They
he
have
said-
like 2 goods and 100 side effects.
Right. So side effects is you're going to get blind, you're going to lose weight,
Yeah.
you're going to die, and people are like, okay, let me have one.
Yeah.
You understand?
Exactly.
Because society don't like to read and educate themselves.
And that's a bad habit too.
That's a bad habit.
So that's another thing.
For you to be successful in business, you gotta curb yourself. A lot of times, structure is so important in business on a whole.
Yeah.
And if it is you kind of be proactive when you running a business, you're in charge. Staff don't come in today, what you gonna do? Cancel everybody? You gotta put that big girl panties on and get in there and do the work. You've got to be proactive in your business, got to be proactive in whatever it is you're doing to build a foundation to get to that point.
Yeah. And we're talking about the bad habits, first identifying a bad habit, and then we didn't really want it to change. So I was using smoking as an example.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good for you, I'm just saying smoking in general can be a bad habit.
That's what they say, but that's what society say.
So, but a person like me, I'm using myself as an example. Who cares? It's a bad habit that I mean, I really said I can stop smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the thing about having bad habits. You may identify a bad habit, but do you willing to change the bad habit? So you have to willingly wanting to change.
I get that. I get that.
So that's where I was going with it,
I get that.
Yeah, you have to willingly wanting to change, and that's all. You change. The change come. You have to want to change, and being accountable, as we said, and having responsibility, and then even taking the initiative to change. As I said, some people just hear things, but do you do your research? That's taking the initiative to search and constantly educating yourself.
And that's what we need to keep doing. I like to focus on the things that I can influence personally when I'm trying to be proactive, because again, I'm in charge of me, I'm in charge of my life, I'm in charge of the decisions that I make. So you really gotta think before you act in a lot of situations. Sometimes you don't want to, but if you don't have a bad habit and you can be proactive, think before you act. And the second thing I would say when it comes to having out of the 7 habits that is highly effective and efficiently for me is to put the first things first. Prioritization. You're opening a business. What's the first step to opening a business? You know what? Let me not even use that. You're about to go on tour, right? Come summertime. What's the first step you're gonna do?
Starting to make the connects that I need to, like contact and planning. Yeah, number 1, planning.
You gotta put that plan in motion.
Yeah.
You understand? You're gonna put your plan in motion, find a good organization, in order for you to make that tour effective and efficiently, and then self-discipline. You understand? Not letting things go over your head. I am very disciplined when it comes to business. If I know that I want to open another shop by, let's say, next month. I'm going to use a short term goal because I'm a very short term goal type of person.
Mhm.
I would already start plan. I would plan all in the sleep because I can't sleep. I would plan all in my sleep. It's bad. My brain just works constantly. Like I had to get up at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
this morning for a meeting in Dubai, right?
Yeah. The different time zone.
Different time zone.
Yeah.
No alarm set or anything. God is my witness.
And you just got up at 1.
I got up at 1 o'clock on the dot.
Can't do that. Nah, like my alarm.
Listen, my mind, my psyche is so disciplined to everything. I got up at 1 o'clock on the dot for that meeting in Dubai.
Okay.
Because it was, I think, 8 or 9 o'clock in Dubai, and I had a meeting over there, and I was like, I went to bed at 11, and I got back up at 1. Discipline is so important. Once you mentally set your mind to something,
yeah,
you can make it work.
That's true, still. That's true. I mean, I have examples that I got through also similar, but my alarm them for work. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's like I rip so much throughout the days. Like when I hit the sack, I gotta have 3-4 alarms to get me back up.
I mean, I don't know how I do it, but God knows I get it done because I'm a workaholic. People say all work and no play makes Jack or Jill a dull person.
Yeah.
But I don't look at it that way. I look at it as a legacy. You understand? Because I didn't come from generational wealth. I didn't come from a family that's rich to say I'm waiting in turn for something to be given to me. I have to create it for myself. And I have my own family now that I need to create a legacy for.
Yes.
My relatives have to do their due diligence for their part of their family, and I got to do the due diligence for mine. I saw my mom back in the day working, and she had a shop, what they call a bodega in America.
Okay.
A corner store, whatever.
Yeah.
And she would come from work, sleep 2-3 hours, get up, go open up her business, crying. That's the family I came from. A hustle and grinding mentality that you could see the finish line and get to the end of the finish line. And that's another habit. Begin with seeing the end.
Yeah.
Because if you cannot see where you're going to end up, you're lost in space. A lady once said to me, I told her, I said, oh, I want to get this house, but I know the house that I want. And she taught me visualization. So a lot of times when you visualize the things that you want, you bring it to reality. Yes.
That's real talk, man.
It is.
Yeah, as you can, if you can remember us as kids or imagination,
and that's where come back into being a dreamer, and that's why I love this sound so much, daydream. Because I sat down the other day and I was like thinking about my life on the whole growing up.
Yeah.
And I miss some of those days. I remember we used to go up in the country by my mother's family, and there's no electricity.
Yeah.
People burning candles in the house, and we walking on the road in the corner in single file in the dark, going from one family house to the next house.
Yeah.
Those were fun times growing up. But then you get hit with reality that, oh my God, I'm an adult and I need to pay these bills and I need to stay focused. And my mother's not here anymore, so I got to figure it out. But being, the way I was brought up, it brought a lot of dreams to me because I wanted, oh my God, I wish I had this. And I set my mindset to work to achieve it. Sometimes I think I'm somewhat of an overachiever because as soon as I cross one hurdle, I'll pick up another task to keep going.
Okay.
I don't give myself a break, and bad habit is good and bad.
It's good habits and bad, exactly. Bad habits can be good habits.
Exactly. So for me, it keeps me focused. It keeps me with determination. It keeps me with drive. It keeps me with passion. Because I'm like, okay, so I got this done. So if I can get this done, I can get that done. You understand? So I just keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and grinding. And one thing I've taught myself independently is to never listen to the naysayers. And I said that last week on the show also. I'm the first person, the naysayers, the people that tell you that you cannot do it. I'm the first person to do this for myself. Girl, you did that. You did that.
Naysayers is always people who never really have no solutions. So them quick to say you can't.
Yeah, or there are also people that look at you and wish they were you, and there's someone jealous of you because they don't know how you got there, how you doing it.
So they're showing shades.
They show shade at you.
Uh-huh.
You understand? Can have people be like, oh my God, Bella got this, Bella got that, Bella got that. Girl, you know what Bella does be doing? Grinding. Sometimes I go to bed 1, 2 in the morning. I'm back up 5:30, 6 o'clock. I gotta be back up because I have a family I need to take care of. I have an 11-year-old I gotta be there for, and I'm here, oh, mommy, you making breakfast this morning? And I'm tired. I'm like, yeah, I'm straight up and I'm tired, but mentally, I'm tired. But physically, I know this is my role, my responsibility, and I gotta get it done. So that's, some good attributes about certain things. I just think, like people that don't have a vision with an end in it, they're not gonna get nowhere in life. It must have a cutoff point. Even as an artist, it must have a cutoff point that you're gonna say, you know what? If I don't get here by this time, this is my next plan or my next step. You can't live a life in limbo, saying, oh, well, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get there one day. When is that day?
Yeah.
Tomorrow is not promised to nobody.
Gotta put a date on it.
You have to put a timestamp on things you're trying to achieve.
Yes.
Me, I said by the time I reach 50, honey, I want to be by my pool. My kids should be sending me checks. My butler should be serving me drinks. And I can have my drop down screen watching all my little business locations. And then I'll be like, okay, look at that. What the thing they're doing today? You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You dream, you visualize, you see it, you're going to achieve it. I'm almost there with the dreams and the goals. Another age.
Still far off.
But still far away.
Mm-hmm. So that's like putting first things first.
Yeah. Put yourself in win-win situations, and that's when So sometimes a habit could carry over into another habit.
Mm-hmm.
So putting yourself into win-win situations all the time, sometimes it's impossible. But as a person, you could try to make it possible. So putting yourself into win-win situations all the time, you could say, well, all right, consideration, considering what you do, having mutual benefits and fairness, having courage. Everyone could be a winner. It's just the way you apply yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Application in a lot of things sometimes is the key. From the beginning of opening a business, you start with the planning. First of all, it starts with a thought, it turns into an idea, and then you're gonna run with it from there. So when it turns into an idea, now you start to put into execution as to how can I make this possible. My first spa was in the basement of one of my homes, and people thought I was crazy. I wouldn't say a friend, but an acquaintance once said to me, oh, this looked like a real spa. And I laughed. Mind you, I'm extra. I had granite going down my steps to the basement. I'm putting gates that, when the customers come, they could ring the bell. I'll get the gate for them. Real professional. I changed the door. I put glass in it so you could see in the basement. I had a gold painted wall with my logo on it. Tufted desk, pink rug. The Suzette chairs, they're like $700 a pop. And French doors in the basement of the spa.
Up and running.
And, I didn't let anybody get to me mentally. What I did is I focused myself in my community and I taught myself marketing. At that time, things like Instagram and stuff was now getting popular. So I got into the Instagram game. I started marketing and, teaching myself to do ads and stuff like that, doing little classes online to educate myself and push harder. Spa was not my only business. That is not my first business standpoint. I had a trucking business,
Yeah.
which I just revamped and opened back up because I have boys and they're like, oh, we don't really want to do the spa. I was like, all right, well, do the trucking.
Yeah.
But you have to put yourself in a position to win. So going from one business into the other was kind of easy for me because I'm very business savvy.
Yeah.
It was just now being able to find that market. But being into the industry, the beauty industry for years, it was kind of an easy follow through for me, even though I didn't have walk through clients and stuff like that. Everything I had to use social media
Mhm.
to make it work. And I did it. In 2 years, I expanded. And that is where the Bella Body Spas brand was born. In the basement, I made birth to that child. So, dedication, I put myself in a win 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 situation.
Very nice.
Everybody's like, oh, you can have a spa in a basement. Legally, you can. The New York law states that you can have a spa in any part of your home as long as you have a separate entrance for your clients and their own bathroom. So you could have a business. And that's why people don't educate themselves to know what they can and cannot have. Because Jane said, girl, you can't do that. You can have a spa down there. You stop all forms of work. It doesn't work like that. Like a young lady came to me.
Research.
Yeah, you have to do your own research. A young lady came to me the other day. She's a waxer. She came, obviously she came to me to get a wax, even though it's her profession.
Mhm.
She kind of waxes herself. Sometimes you need help. So she came to me and she was telling me, I had bought what they call them trailer things. Oh my god.
What?
No, when the tractor trailer carried a little box.
Oh, I know what you're talking. The
I can't remember the name, but long and short of the story is she bought like a kind of mobile home type of thing,
Okay.
and she opened up at the house.
Out of it.
She put it in her backyard,
Okay.
and her neighbor saw her doing business and called the buildings department. Buildings department shut her down. She was like, "Oh, I couldn't do it in my home." I was like, "Why you couldn't do it in your home?" She was like, I was like, "Who you live with?" She's like, "No, it's just me and my son and my husband, and I couldn't put it in the house because they say you cannot have a business in your house." I was like, "Who said that to you?" I was like, "Honey boo, you all need to read." I gave her the link to the site and I was like, "Go online and you go read and see how and where you can open a business." Because when it comes to spa, med spa, and stuff like that, I remember doctors' offices. Sometimes you go to the doctor or even to the hospital and you gotta go down in the basement for files and this and that or whatever. So who say you can't run a business out of a basement? Just read and find. It's not loopholes, but find the legal way to do something, and you can get it right. Seeking and understanding basically is what it is. Go out there, seek the information, understand what you could do, and execute it.
Yes.
A lot of times, the reading, I have a problem with people not reading.
Mm-hmm.
Us as Black people, sometimes we don't like to read. The bed come, you see 4 posts and screws, you try the screws on them until it is you figure out which one is the right
That's
screw.
one of our bad habits.
Very bad habit. Read the manual. You're gonna finish faster. You're gonna get to the end game faster than you think. What else we could say is another good habit you can have when it comes to business?
It's a think win-win. Having the courage and fairness, dealing with people.
Mm-hmm. The option. You have the option to rise out of the pit when you think like that, because you're not looking at yourself to see failure. Like again we said before, put your end game, get your end game there. Once you know what your end game is, it's definitely going to be a win-win situation.
Most definitely.
A lot of people just sit back on dreams and they say, "Oh, well, I dreamed when I was younger, I wanted to be a cop, or I wanted to be a doctor, I wanted to be a lawyer," but you didn't put no actions into becoming any of the above. So then, how are you going to make it happen?
You gotta put the action in.
Action is a doing word. You have to be able to put the work in, the work in, the work in, the work in. When I did when I opened this location, the Bella Body, New York location. It's a funny story. I opened up upstairs first. The basement had, and again the basement. The spa at New York is in the basement. Even though it's a storefront, I'm back in the
A
basement.
lovely, lovely place. Yeah. Let me say.
Thank you. So it doesn't matter where your end game is. You just have to get to the point where you need to get to. So when I opened up here,
Yeah.
and I didn't have downstairs completed, what I used to do, I used to shuttle people who come in here for spa services back to the old basement. And I used to tell them, I said, listen, girl, the other spa is going to be in the basement downstairs. So pick one. You can do your services now, or you can give me 2 months to see me.
Okay.
And nobody wanted to wait. So I took them back there. But when they saw what it had there,
Yes.
they knew what was coming here was really going to be out of this world. So, my end game and my win-win situation that I set myself up in,
Yeah.
I made it work. I made it work for me. I made it work for the clients. And I made it work all wrong as an all wrong person. Sometimes you gotta seek first when it is you're trying to get things done, and be what's the word I want to use? Like a not an average.
What's the word?
I'm trying to think of the
Yeah,
word.
an example. Is an example you want to use?
No, I don't want to use an example. But being like not an average listener, but being a person who could listen and think at the same time. You understand? Being able to incorporate the best of both worlds. An average listener. If it is that Oprah came to me and she said, "You know what? I want you to walk this same walk that I'm walking. What do you think you're going to achieve?" Not what she achieved? Or similar to it, or even more, based on the knowledge that you have now and the things that you can put in place to move forward with?
It should be more. If you're going to look at it that way, to say, having the knowledge that you had now that she didn't.
Exactly, because things change and times change over a certain time, because now we big into social media. Back in the day it was radio, newspaper advertising and stuff like that. So what else? Back in the day you get that magazine. You remember the Inquirer? The People's Magazine? In Trinidad we used to live to get the American news from there. The Inquirer.
Yeah.
The People's Magazine, to see what happened in the Young and Restless and Bold and Beautiful and stuff like that. We used to live for that, the advertisement of, So now it's social media. Now you go on Facebook, you go on Instagram, you go on TikTok.
That's right now.
Because that's where society is at now. But do you know where society is going to be 5 years down the road or 10 years down the road?
No, but if you're paying attention, you can probably see the trend as it comes.
Exactly. So that's why a lot of times in business you gotta focus on the different trends and the different things that's happening ahead of you. You understand? So being able to be assertive is a good habit to have when it comes to business. Being able to assess yourself into situations and responsibilities is a good habit to have when it comes to business also. Because if you don't have certain criteria, or you don't set certain grounds and standards and allow certain things to happen, you'll never be able to achieve that goal. And the word allow is like a vast word. I was taught that word at the age of I would say 14, by a high school teacher of mine. And she said, people will only do as much to you as you allow them to do. And I took that through life with me. And I always tell people, I don't allow anybody to do anything to me that I don't want to be done. Period.
That's what makes sense.
I need water. I definitely kind of go a whole hour just speaking and not drinking anything. I'm gonna pass out. You need water? I should have given you this one. Sorry.
I got something to drink later. I'm seeing you're sharpening this saw.
That is,
Health and wellness
balance.
is a balance.
Balance. You have to have balance. It's hard, but you have to have balance. Structure, laying a foundation,
Continuous improvement.
continuous. I like that. Continuous improvement. I like that. That's a good way to look at it. Being able to synergize what's happening around you, using your creativity, your diversity, on different levels.
Yes.
Cooperation, like building a team, building a strong team, having everybody allocated to fields that that they um, could function to full capacity in is what's going to help you along the way. Because a lot of times, sometimes you rush into things. Um, you rush into, let's say you want a manager, and you should at least, me, this is my habit.
Yeah.
I would interview at least 3 people, and it's a habit I had to grow into because I was the rushy. Oh, okay, yeah, you get the job, and then 3 months down the road, I'm like, why did I hire this person? So now I give myself a 3-step rule. When you come in, I interview 3 people for the position, and because it's something that I do in real estate, and I said, you know what, let me start to apply it into the business world and what I'm currently doing.
Yeah.
And I started to give them my 3-step rule. In real estate, if it is that I ask you, what are you looking for in a house? And you give me all the criteria,
Yeah.
I would find you 3 properties that fits your criteria. And if you cannot choose out of those 3 properties, I am not that agent for you. And I tell my clients straight up. I don't sugarcoat it. I let them know straight up. I'm going to show you 3 houses. And if none of these houses woo you after you told me what you're looking for, let's not waste each other's time. You understand? With full transparency, let's not waste each other's time. Because if after the 3rd try you don't know what it is you want, you really will not be able to figure out what it is you want in life. Think about it.
But if they just don't see what
If you tell me you want me to bring clouds to you in my hand, and I bring clouds to you in my hand, just what you asked me for, and you cannot decide that you really want this cloud, you wasted my time and your time.
Okay, so it all depends on the specific criteria of what they ask you for.
Right.
Kind of
That's
make
what
sure
you,
you
yeah,
have
you,
one of out of the 3.
the majority out of the 3. You have to
Okay.
remember at the end of the day, you gotta, time is very important. Time management is very important. That's a topic I talked about last week and last year also. Like time management in anything in business
Yeah.
is very, very important. So if you cannot pick out of 1, 2, 3 things, and I'm giving you exactly what you asked for, we don't belong together. This is a bad relationship starter. Because I'm going to bring 3 more and 3 more, and then 1 year down the road, I wasted a whole year on you. I ain't got time for that. So I'm the 3-step person.
Normally, quick question, especially on that business, that's your real estate business. Normally, that strategy work.
It works all the time.
Work all the time.
Even if I'm doing rentals, like home ownership, rentals, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. And I made it work for me in hiring processes too, because I know what I'm looking for, and I would interview 3 people that fits, if not all the criterias, most of the criterias. Because in life, and this is true, 50% of the time you're not going to get everything you want unless you're going to build something from the ground up from scratch. Or you're going to take this person and train them with everything, or you're going to put them to school and say, this is what I want you to learn, and this is what I want you to do, because this is what I need from you, and I want you to execute it directly back to me.
Yeah.
You're not going to get it.
True.
You're not going to get it. You have to mold something into what you want it to be.
Makes sense.
I had people run me wrong in the past for 6 months doing short sales and stuff like that for them. And then they turn around and say, oh, I changed my mind. I'm going to do a modification. Boy.
No bread.
No. I don't have no more time to waste. So having time management and being able to structure your time efficiently and effectively is a great habit to have. As a person and in business, because then you'll be able to allow your business a timestamp to grow. They say, society says that a business usually takes 3 years to grow. But again, it really depends on the type of business that you nurture in. You understand? You're an artist. That's a business on the whole, being an artist. But it didn't take you 3 years. You understand? In some aspects, I think, you believe you're still growing.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take 3 years for everything to grow to fruition, as we say. Some things could jump off in 1 month. Some things could jump off in 5 years. It's again, you time stamping yourself and saying, all right, I am going
a mark this year, this month,
this year,
and this week, or today.
Exactly. It's like getting up and starting the day and saying, you know what, today I want to accomplish this, I want to achieve this. Like doing your affirmations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I want to achieve this today, or I want to achieve this for the week.
What are some of the affirmations you do on a day?
On a daily basis, when I get up, of course, I'm a praying person. I'm not here without God. We all had a vessel we came through, and I believe that's where I came from. Everybody, again, has their own beliefs. That's in them. I get up, I say my prayer. Thank God for waking me up every day. I said, I am blessed. I am beautiful. I am loved. Every day. Thank God for waking me up this morning. I thank God for life. I thank God for my family. I thank God for looking over them.
I am blessed. I'm beautiful. And I'm loved.
I'm loved.
Can't have a bad day with that.
No. When you walk into a room, at least when I walk into a room, people stop. They just see that ray on me.
Well, that's no joke right there.
Because you
came
have
to the party and the party stopped.
I shut the party down. You know that.
Party done.
I shut the party down. When I walk into a room, my presence is known.
Listen,
my energy is there.
Bella came up, her birthday party done.
Because you have to walk with confidence. You gotta walk in belief. You understand? And I'm a strong believer. I believe when I walk into a room, I shut the room down. It doesn't matter who's in the room. You hear like, who's that? Who's that girl? Who's that?
Mm-hmm.
You understand? It's just something about me.
And that question surely did ask a few times.
Well, it's Bella, baby. Listen.
Oh my God. Yeah, so
Mhm.
that's a beautiful thing. And having affirmations as those are wonderful for real.
Yes, it is.
We do have to have certain affirmations. That's the reason why we a lot of us don't really know the um the power behind prayer for real. Because that's what praying is about. It's about affirmation
Yeah.
and that belief system that I go through a thing or whatever. Now, but you guess what? I believe say things are gonna work out. I'm fine. You just believing something work out.
I'm a strong believer of that. You know, we grew up in church. My mother used to take us to church a lot, and you
Mhm.
hear, "Oh, the Lord will provide." But I also heard the Lord helps those who help themselves.
There you go.
And I'm a strong believer of the Lord help those who help themselves. Because I don't think, okay, you at some point gotta start somewhere
Mhm.
in order to make anything possible. Where it was, like I say, it's a dream. You understand? So even if you're a big dreamer or a small dreamer, even if you're a big dreamer or a small dreamer, you gotta put the work in.
Yeah.
And with your prayers, your affirmations, your strong belief, your faith, you can get to where it is you want to be.
Mhm.
And why do you think you're going on tour for the summertime?
For just the same reason. The affirmation and believing in myself. Say, I make them make. It's time to make that moves. I make those moves. You know?
Do you feel sometimes you waited too long, like in in your craft,
Yeah.
to push yourself forward?
Yeah, and a lot of aspect of it. A lot of aspect of it. As I tell you, I say this to you all the time. My thing was up. It's like 10 years ago. My thing was up, low, 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 low. Like, very, very popular in through the new year tries. There's a lot of people behind the scenes who's behind the scenes who somebody had known me, you understand? And me taking a step back, of course.
You see what setbacks can cause? But sometimes you gotta step back to move forward.
Yeah.
Because I believe sometimes it's not your time. You understand? Your time is now.
Yeah.
Because God had something else in store and something else planned for you. Your time is now. Your time is now for you to put your best foot forward, bring your business, and get to the point where you need to get to.
Make it happen.
And make it happen.
Yeah.
And I believe you can make it happen.
Of course, we do. We have that belief, and we don't say. As me, I always tell myself, as you say, growing up here, and your mother said, gotta gotta help those others. So, also, I always hear it say, when a dead, not dash way.
When it what?
When a dead, don't dash way.
When you're dead.
What is not dead?
Oh, what is not dead?
It's not done.
Boy, that Jamaican accent. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I gotta give it to you, the Jamaican raw talk. That's what I'm saying. When a dead, not dash way. You understand? Meaning that, I'm saying, yeah, a change can always come. You understand? Change can always come. Just as we were speaking about earlier, you have to learn knowing the bad habits and willing and wanting to change.
To change them.
Yeah.
But like we also say, not all bad habits is considered bad habits. Some bad habits could turn into a good habit.
Yes.
You understand? I'm very systematic. Like I enjoy being a mother.
I see that.
So
you say that all the time.
So like
I see that.
Before, if you hear what my day was on the whole, so like my day to day.
That's a good thing. Your kids them have to appreciate you. Are you a mother who enjoy being a mother? Their kids gotta appreciate them.
I actually cooked a 3-course meal before I came to the show.
Yeah.
I rushed home. I was like, oh my God, tonight is my show. I need to cook before I leave.
Yes, that's good.
And come to the show and then go back, make sure. I'm such a nurturer. It's good, not bad. I'm such a nurturer.
That's what's up.
You know, and being a nurturer as a person
It's
is
so like
great.
Armani, I don't know.
No, I cooked. You want to know what I cooked now? Because now you're gonna want to come for dinner. Jesus Christ, so I'm gonna carry for dinner. I made white rice, well seasoned rice,
Okay,
curry chicken,
not bad.
chana potato.
China.
Yeah, chickpeas, which you
Chickpeas
call
and potato. Oh,
chickpeas. In
China.
Trinidad they
Yeah,
call
you
it
know,
chana potato.
Yeah, China
Yeah.
potatoes.
So I
Also
cooked,
chickpeas and potatoes.
yeah,
Okay.
chana potato. You have to say it like this.
China potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trinidad.
If it was in Trinidad, they say alu.
Hmm?
But if it was in Trinidad, they say alu. That's the
Alu?
word, but alu.
Alu.
Alu. Alu.
Okay.
E-L-O-E. Like
Yeah.
alu pie.
China potatoes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I cooked before I come here. I rushed home. I was like, oh my God, let me cook before I come. So I, at least stay good. The kids is good when I leave home. Because, like I said, I enjoy being a mother. Responsibility and having the kids there.
Nice.
At some point in time, they're going to grow up and go away. And then you go back to be like, oh my God, I'm so lonely. What am I going to do with myself?
Yeah.
I think I'll be that grandmother that always have the grandbabies. If I get, you never know.
Like it's starting all over again.
Yeah, but it goes back to nurturing. Nurturing is a great, great, great habit to have, guys. Because when you're a nurturer, what you give is what you're gonna get. So I nurture my businesses as if they're all my babies. You heard me say just now I was up at 1 a.m. having a meeting in Dubai. Then I went back down to bed. I was back up at 5:30 this morning to start my day. And when my day starts and I hit the ground running, no. So I started my day at 5:30. By 8 o'clock, I had my first son at school. At 9 o'clock, my son was like, "Oh, drop me off tomorrow." I was like, "Oh, all right, I'll drop you." And then by 9:30, I had to drop the other one. Then I went back home, got me together. At 10 o'clock, I started my day. And I went to the office today. I did real estate. I stayed until 3, and then I came to the spa. I spent like half an hour at the spa, and then I had to go on the road again. Then I have to take my son home. Apart from all of that, and then apart from all of that, with the nurturing of everything and everybody, I'm here tonight on Love Bay Radio. And success is the new sexy. So nurturing, guys, is a great aspect and a great habit to have as a person, because then you can nurture your business just as good as you nurture people. But once you have a love and a passion for it, you're going to put everything into it, just like you put it into everybody else. So don't make nobody be like, oh my God, you do too much. You did it. This is who you are. This is who you got to be, especially when it comes to business. Your business is not going to grow if you don't nurture it, if you don't water it, if you don't plant that seed. The seed is your idea. So you would never get to the point you want to be if you're not putting in all the extra time and effort that you could put into your business or your brand or whatever you want to call it. All right. I think I covered more than 7 topics and I rattled off everything. But guys, don't forget to tune in every Wednesday to Love Bay Radio. So success is the new sexy. Because that's my sexy. My success is my sexy. I am your host, Shivanat Mendoza, also known as Bella the Beauty Boss. But they should just call me a boss on the whole, because from real estate to trucking to spa to name it, I'm doing it. This is my co-host, the Rising Sun. Guys, he's going to be on tour in Europe this summer, along with Bella Body, and we will drop with who else soon. He has come a long way. I'm really looking forward to doing this European tour along with him and some other great folks. It's super, super, super exciting. Super exciting. It's great things happening for 2024.
We'll make it happen.
Yes. The Bella Beauty Institute is in full swing. And then we have Cafe B that's going to be opening soon, where we'll be doing karaoke, speakeasy.
I look forward to that.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah, that I'm looking forward.
I'm so excited. Construction starts tomorrow.
Oh really?
I'm so excited.
I gotta come look for some sun or something.
No,
Do some sheetrock,
probably some tape and plaster.
some tape and
Tape
plaster.
and plaster.
Alright.
I'll be right here taping and plastering along with everybody else because I like seeing my dreams come to life in person. So it's super exciting.
Yeah.
Super exciting. Don't forget to tune in every Wednesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Success is the New Sexy. We are live on a bunch of different platforms like YouTube, StreamYard, Facebook, Instagram. Guys, hit us up. If you want to send us a message, you can reach out to Love Bay Radio or send us a DM on Instagram at Success is the New Sexy. And we will definitely answer all your questions and get right back to you. If you have a business idea or a topic that you want us to touch on, you could definitely send us a message. Or if you'd like to be a guest on the show, you could definitely send us a message also. Because we always bring in new faces on. It's a new year. Let's bring some new life to business and the business world.
Yeah.
All right?
There you have it.
Yes. And before we go, guys, you know I gotta play my song. We started a little late today, so we are running a little late tonight.
Right now.
But I definitely have to play my girl, Lily Miola, with my favorite song, Daydream. Let's go. I'll sing again, don't worry. It's my fave. Yeah. See? Success is the new sexy. This is me.
When we were kids in the backyard,
I think I was doing some vocal
let's
training.
go to rock
Let's try
stars.
this. No one told us to stop it.
Yeah.
Call us unrealistic. Now suddenly you're 18. Go to college for your plan B. What you want is too risky. Live for weekend and whiskey.
Mhm.
Yeah, we got something happening there.
Nice.
Don't forget to hit me up, guys. I want that record deal for
Yeah,
2024.
natural voice.
I'll do my Milli Vanilli for y'all. Darling, don't quit your daydream. It's your life that you're making. It ain't big enough if it doesn't scare the hell out of you.
And it make you nervous.
Go ahead.
It's probably worth it.
Hey, I love it. When you could be living your daydream. 31 and waiting tables. She got a voice of an angel. All the money and power. She only sings in the shower. Shut them by the reasons not to. Darling, don't quit your daydream. It's your life that you're making. It ain't big enough if it doesn't scare the hell out of you. Go ahead.
If it makes you nervous,
It's probably worth it.
why save it for sleep?
When you could be living your daydream.
So scared of failure that we fail to try. Turning around before the finish line.
I want to pause that.
Minute before
You hear that? You're so scared of failure.
You're not willing to try.
You're not willing to try. Like, don't ever let fear be an object when you are building your brand. Put your best foot forward and trust me, you can make it. Like, you guys gotta
you can
listen.
fly.
I'll tell you something.
So
Daydream, it's your life that you're making. It ain't big enough if it doesn't scare the hell out of you. If it makes you nervous,
it's probably
I save it for sleep when you could be living your daydream.
why save it for sleep?
When you could be living your daydream. And guys, it's a wrap for you, baby. I'm your host, Shivanette Mendoza, also known as Bella the Beauty Boss, and I'm here with my co-host, the Rising Sun.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
Success is the New Sexy.